Neville finally maybe coming back to the WWE? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with the Slam. If you guys want to go ahead and use hashtag the Slam, I promote this all the time, so you guys probably already know. Use hashtag the Slam on Twitter, on social media. That's the best platform that I can find out news, rumors, opinions, anything you guys got, you want me to report on, share it on Twitter, and I will use hashtag the Slam. Search it up, see what you guys are talking about, and we'll include it in news for the channel today. Today we got something pretty interesting, and that is Neville coming back into the WWE, and we'll kind of talk about why he left, where he's going, and where I'd like to see him go in the future in the WWE, or maybe somewhere else, but we'll talk about it. So Neville is reportedly in negotiations with WWE to return. Now the reports are coming in from all over the place. We got thesun.co.uk, we got Wrestling Inc., we got popculture.com. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So a slew of WWE superstars storming out of the company may be proved to be a fruitful career for guys like Neville. The Wrestling Observer newsletter, which is Dave Meltzer, he's the main guy who reports all the news, and you know, it's factual if he says it. Sometimes, maybe not all the time. He reports that Neville and WWE have resumed talks that would bring back the former Cruiserweight champion. And per the report, Neville's return could happen as soon as April. That's right, April Neville could be coming back. So let's talk about this and also the reason why it's going on. So in October of 2017, he walked out of WWE. There were rumors, speculations on that he was unhappy with his current position in the WWE. He didn't want to be in the Cruiserweight division, and he felt he should be a heavyweight on the main roster. And there was others saying that because of people like Cody Rhodes leaving the company, he figured he could leave the company and he could have a fruitful career just like all of them. Neville dropped the Cruiserweight title to Enzo Amore back in No Mercy and hasn't been seen in television since September 26th on the episode of 205 Live. WWE denied that they have granted his release and was eventually removed from 205 Live opening videos. So that's a big thing, is that there were rumors that he was unhappy losing to Neville and his current position on the card. He didn't want to be a cruiserweight anymore. So those are some of the things there. Again, like we said, it's not hard to imagine that Neville had been disgruntled, being some tough challenges, forced to reinvent himself, but he did, and he was one of the better stories on 205 Live in 2017. Many forgot Neville was the originally a figurehead of NXT. This is what the pop culture site's saying. Appears like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have gone to become more relevant in WWE, while Neville really hasn't done anything. Since his departure of 205 Live, it's been quite a crazy thing. We know Enzo Amore left, Rich Swann left, and now there was that scandal on both of them. WWE has fired Enzo Amore, and that's the deal. So now with 205 Live, and the way that it's going is that Triple H is now in charge of 205 Live, and some see that as a good chance for them to mend fences with Neville and the WWE, because Triple H ran NXT, now he's running 205 Live, Neville was NXT. They could make it all work together. Neville is a hot hand for WWE, and it's a very sensitive subject because since his departure or being off television, they have removed it from the 205 Live intro, and they really haven't mentioned him at all. And the rumor going around was that Neville wanted his release and WWE wouldn't give it to him. That's the thing. If you're in a contract, you kind of have to sit that contract out. If they're going to just let him sit it out and pay him the money that he has for his contract, I mean, he's going to lose out on merchandise sales and stuff like that and ticket sales, but he's still guaranteed some money from WWE. So that's the thing with Neville is, you know, the rumors going around were that he wanted to leave and he wanted to go to New Japan, wanted to go anywhere else but WWE, and they just wouldn't let him go. But now with Triple H in charge of 205 Live, the thought is that Triple H could help bring Neville back to television in a role that would work good for him. Like we said, Neville was not really a guy that wanted to be on 205 Live the way that it sounds. He wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to be like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, all the former NXT guys. Nakamura is going to main event WrestleMania, and I'm sure Neville would like to be in a position like that. I mean, who wouldn't? And that's the point now, I think, where Neville realized, at least this is just speculation, because that's what I do here, speculating that Neville was thinking, you know what? Cody left, and he's doing great. Drew McIntyre, he left became Drew Galloway, came back, and was even better than he was before. So maybe, just maybe, I could leave, go elsewhere, build a brand, a name for myself, make some good money, do my own thing on the independent scene, and then come back even better than I was before. I mean, that's kind of the option here. I think now in 2018, a better time to be an independent wrestler. There is none. There is no better time, because you can make a living off the internet, off of independent professional wrestling. Ring of Honor is awesome. New Japan is awesome. AAA. There's tons of things all over the place that you can do. Lucha Underground is around. Think if Neville went to Lucha Underground, how big of a blow that would be. Even Impact Wrestling is reinventing themselves, and that could be a big viable option. They seem like they got a lot of moves to make a lot of money and to do a lot of good things. I mean, there's a lot of options here in the current state of professional wrestling. So there was rumors that Neville was just going to sit his contract out, but now with Triple H being able to go in there and kind of figure stuff out is kind of a good idea. Those are the negotiations we've been hearing, is that Neville is trying to get a new contract, is trying to work everything out and get it fixed. But, you know, over here, you have a guy who's upset with WWE, and they will not let him go. I mean, I can't remember a case in WWE. I mean, I'm sure there have been cases in WWE, but there really has never been a case in WWE where a guy allegedly, supposedly, wants his release, and WWE's just not giving it to him. Most of the time, WWE's like, okay, fine, we'll let you go. But there's got to be some reason why WWE feels that they don't want to let Neville go. They must see something in him, but they just don't want anyone else to have. It's really a weird thing. It's really a weird thing, because like a guy like Finn Balor, you think about him. He was one of the big names that came in. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, all that coming in, and Neville was one of those other names. I mean, we've seen guys like Hideo Itami who never really got out of that spot. He came in from NXT, didn't really get out of that spot, went to 205 Live, still not really getting out of that spot, that he never getting to that point where he should be. Now, in his case, it was due to injuries and stuff like that, but with Neville, I mean, the dude reinvented himself, became one of the best heels in 205 Live, and for whatever reason, it's just not working for him. I don't know what it is, but it just is not working for Neville, and he wasn't having fun with it or whatever, and he decided, you know what, I don't like the current state that I'm in, and I don't like the current position that I'm in. Can we fix something? Can we make it? And you know what? They just haven't used him since he dropped the Cruiserweight Championship to Enzo and sat on the sidelines. Again, I don't know the full story, if Enzo maybe was very vocal backstage and that rubbed people the wrong way, if he was kind of pissed off and said, you know what, this is BS. I should be in the main events. I should be on the main roster at least. I mean, Neville is talented, and he looks like a superstar. If you don't see anybody else out there that looks like Neville, and I think his heel stuff that he did definitely is main roster worthy. I could see him go for the Intercontinental title, the US title, even up to the SmackDown, and have matches with AJ Styles. Like, imagine that. SmackDown, Neville, AJ Styles, great match. I would love to see that go down. But for some reason, WWE just doesn't want to put him in that position. So hopefully Triple H and Neville can come to some sort of agreement. The rumor is April would be a part for him to come back. I mean, you could always think about after WrestleMania, you have some sort of post-WrestleMania hype that you need. Well, Neville's a name right there. And if you pushed him to the moon, I mean, this could be a thing. You take him off television, you think he's on 205 Live, boom, shows up on Raw after WrestleMania, makes a statement. Whatever he wants to do there, that's kind of an idea. I mean, I think there's a lot of options for Neville here, and I feel like he's a guy that could take whatever ball he is given in WWE and make it roll, because he did when he did the heel stuff, and a lot of people didn't think the heel Neville would work, and I think the heel Neville worked perfectly. I thought it was great, and you know what? I'd love to see more of it, and more of it in the main roster. Again, right now, there's only so many spots to be filled, and with the brand split coming like closer with the pay-per-views being united, and they're making the pay-per-views longer, but they're going to be both shows together, both brands. I think that right now there are limited spots, and you have to prove yourself. And making a statement like, I don't really want to be in the Cruiserweight, might not be the best spot. I mean, there are times when you kind of just need to suck it up at a job and do what you're supposed to do and say, okay, I'll do this. I'll eat this crap just because I know that one day I'm going to be in the main events. I mean, he was a Cruiserweight champion. He was the face of 205 Live for a moment. So I think they had something for him, and they had stock in him. So maybe if he can kind of come to some sort of agreement, come to terms with Triple H and decide, okay, this is your role right now. This is what we need to do. Yes, you have aspirations to be the best in the world. You want to be in the main roster. You want to be the world champion. That's great. But right now, we need you right here in this spot. And hopefully we can bring you up and make you bigger than you are. I mean, if you go out there, you kill it, you prove yourself, and you do that, I mean, it's amazing. The only downside is that 205 Live is currently losing some fans. They're getting, I mean, even though the booking is better and the matches are better, some of the fans aren't staying after SmackDown. So there is that, and that could make Neville a little bit disgruntled. I don't know. Hopefully they can come to some sort of agreement. They can make something good out of this. I would really like to see Neville back in WWE. I really loved him. But we'll have to see if he can figure it out. So anyway, that's why I leave you guys. Again, use hashtag The Slam on Twitter. Let me know your news, rumors, opinions, anything you got. And in the comment section below, let me know. Do you want to see Neville back in WWE, or would he be better off going somewhere else? Maybe he could go explore the world of independent wrestling and kill it all over. Go to TNA Impact Wrestling, maybe. Maybe you could go to New Japan Pro Wrestling, maybe. Maybe you could go all over the world and travel and just be an independent wrestler, or come back to WWE and do things better. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you guys enjoy this. And again, we'll be back with more news, rumors, opinions on the wrestling talk show known as The Slam. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy, and we'll see you in another episode of The Slam.